The Olight Odin GL M. Let's check it out. Olight's introducing their Odin GL M. This is a weapons light that has a green laser. It is super intense. It's 1500 lumens of light on turbo, drops down also to 300 lumens if you want just a little bit of less light intensity. And the green laser is just phenomenal. It comes with a M-Lok mount, and you can also get a tail switch accessory that goes on the back. It's fully rechargeable. Honestly, I feel like that Olight thinks of everything. There are so many different features to this light. Of course, we're going to take it out, we're going to test it, we're going to beat it, we're going to torture test. But also, we have already tested the mount with over 1,000 rounds of hard use, just shooting it straight, 1,000 rounds. And Olight really tests out their lights before they put them on the market. I've been using Olight for over 10 years as my EDC, and I carry one every day in my pocket, and have done so for the past 10 years. I mean, they're just great lights. And once we get through torture testing this, you're gonna see why. But you get a 10% discount using Sootch00 down in the link down below in the description. It is an affiliate link, and we really appreciate Olight for sending the Odin GL M. Now guys, like I always say, light is your #1 security tool. Light you'll use more than any other thing in a self-defense situation. Whether you use it in your hand as a tactical light or a weapons-mounted light like this, the Odin GL M. Odin has come out with a number of different lights. They're just excellent. I mean, they really hold up well. They're very intense. Some of the most intense lights out on the market at 1500 lumens, which is 11,556 candela. 215 meters of throw. Their standard Odin is 2,000 lumens, and it'll get 247 meters of throw, but it only has light. This one has a laser built in as well. And they built it inside the light itself into the reflector, which makes it really trim and really slim. And guys, having a light laser combo, and for years I haven't always felt this way, I'm beginning to really understand that having a laser on your firearm, especially at night, allows you to target your firearm. But you need the light to be able to identify your target. So it works together and it kind of coincides. Even if you have a red dot on your handgun, it's great to have a laser, again, to be able to get those offhand shots. And that's one of the things I think that's the biggest deal with a laser on your rifle, is that you can get behind unconventional barriers and be in different kind of positions and be able to see the laser when you may not be able to see your sights. This is Scout compatible with your Surefire Scout mounts, which makes it really versatile, but it also comes with a mount that's M-Lok compatible. And so this just locks into the mount, and now you can attach it, and it is at somewhat of an angle so you can get it at that right position on your rifle. And then you can take it and you can turn this little knob, and now you've got it locked so it doesn't come loose when this is pressed. Bring it back, press it, and then it pulls right off. And it's on there pretty snug, but it needs to be. But yet you can just press, get that on there, and it's a great way to be able to mount this to your rifle right out of the box. And a lot of the weapons lights you get aren't necessarily that way. Also, they're including their pressure pad. This is a pressure pad switch. It does high and low. We'll look at that in a sec, but This is the mount that comes to the back, and it is a magnetic mount. Now, a lot of people, when they first introduced the magnetic mounts, they were like, well, this can come off. And it's true. It can come off with, you know, something getting a hold of it. Even a limb can pull this loose. With the Olight mount, you actually press this in, and it locks. Now, you can't pull this off unless you take the collar, pull it up, and then it'll come off. So it's a very secure, and it's a patented system. But guys, it's so easy just to take this off if you need to. You don't have to unscrew anything. You don't have to insert anything. It just works. You don't have to move rubber boots. It's just there. And then here with the pad, we have a high and a low. And this is Picatinny mounted. You just put this on any little Picatinny rail. But here with the low, we have 300 lumens. Here with the turbo on the high, and we have the 1500 lumens. And then we have our selector ring. This is light only, so we can hit it light only. Hit it to light laser, and we go with the light, and it's a green laser. This is daylight bright, guys. Then we go to just laser, and we have that intense laser. It's green, and green has been studied to be the easiest to find for your eye. It naturally attracts to the green, even more than the red. There is a tactical ring that is available, and you can put that right on the mount. So if you want to use this as a standard tactical light, you can use it that way. The body is aircraft grade aluminum, and it has a really nice anodized finish on it, and these are very tough finishes. After we do the torture test, you'll see that there will be a few scuffs, but honestly, from what all we do to them, it's amazing how well this finish holds up. So day to day should not be any problem. It's 5.87 inches in length. The head right here is 1.14 inches in width, and then 1.05 inches at the body. With the mount and the battery, 7.8 ounces. Now the tail switch is metal, and it has these nubs that help protect it from inadvertently coming on. If you take and just press light press, just press and hold, light press, it's 300 lumens. If you press and release, it's constant on. And so we have momentary on and then constant on. If you deep press, it's 1500 lumens. It's bright. And so deep press, release. If you deep press and release, it's constant on. And so you have that constant on feature. It doesn't have strobe. It doesn't have SOS. It has a deep smooth reflector with the NW LED, which is natural white. You have the emitter. You can see it down in the bottom. It is a 5 milliamp watt laser. And guys, I'm telling you, it is really intense, and we'll show you when we get outside. Now the charging system to me is the best on the market. It's just a magnetic little pad, and you plug this into any USB, and you can charge this even on your weapon. So there's no fumbling around, there's no changing out of batteries. You can just plug this in and you're ready to go. The battery is a 5000 milliamp 21700 3-volt lithium ion battery. This is a customized battery. It is phenomenal. And you can get replacements at Olight as well. These have O-ring seals which hold this in really well. And again, after testing this in the water, even though it is IPX4, it really did well. Now here we are at about 30 yards. I have it on the 300 lumen setting. Honestly, it's pretty bright out there. It's harder to tell, but you can see that laser. Now I'm going to turn it to turbo. Now it is raining a little bit out here, so it makes it kind of hazy, but man, that really shows up very well. And again, that's about 30 yards, but even that laser, you can see, man, it is very intense. Okay, here we have the laser, and this is about 100 yards off. It's down at my range. I also have the light on as well. But we're going to bring this out just to show you the kind of distance we're getting. And guys, honestly, that laser is still super intense. I mean, I can really see where I'm pointing. I know exactly where my target is if I have this laser sighted in. And yet, I've got light all the way around it. I'm hoping the camera's going to pick this up. There's low visibility right now with the rain, but very impressive. Okay, now here we have the 300 lumens. We're looking up the street there, right at that house. That's about 300 yards. Now with the light, unfortunately it's raining and it's hazy, but you can see that laser coming through. But it's a really bright light. Has some pinpoint, but yet it has a lot of flood around it. And again, the 300 lumens. Here we have the laser. It's about 15 yards off. I'm going to kind of show you. You can see this easily with the naked eye. I mean, I can see this from here. And again, as we go in, now you can see it. And here that tree is at 50 yards off. Look at there. That bird's looking for it. That's a tree. Now that's funny. That just shows you how intense this laser is. You can see. I mean, it's 50 yards off, guys. Now it's at 100 yards. And honestly, with my naked eye, I can barely see it. But that's how far out we are. That is very impressive. And at night, it's even better. Guys, when it comes to light with your firearm, you can't identify. I mean, in front of me is my range, and yet you can't see it with the light off. So it's very important to be able to have some light, especially on your home defense firearm, where you're possibly going to need it in the dark. And then here with the laser, you can see it on the dummy, right on his head. This allows you to get on target. So this is for accuracy. So the light identifies the laser, gets you on target. Now here's just the laser, and we have it right on the dummy's head. Not positive if you can see that, but there it is. And you can see, with just a laser, you don't know what you're shooting at. But then again, with the light and laser, you have the best of both, or just light if you like it. It's impact resistant up to 1.5 meters, but we went well beyond that. Drop test complete. This is a post, not a tree. Impact test complete. And as always, it defeated the Hummer. Olight flashlights always get through these tests. And it's IPX4, which means it's water resistant. But to me, that's not good enough, so we submerged it down in the pool for a number of minutes without any issues. And it's waterproof. Now here, after the torture test, you can see, I mean, it's scuffed up here and there. I mean, this was on concrete. And we did run over it with the Hummer. This is just really held up well. Now guys, this was the test sample that we did all the torture tests with, and it doesn't have the M mark, but it is the green laser. This one, you can see, it is all scuffed up. We did throw it, hit the concrete, we ran over it with the Hummer, we beat it on the post, and yet it's still in excellent working condition, even after putting it in the pool for a good while. And guys, honestly, whenever I take an Olight out for a torture test, I know it's going to pass with flying colors, because it always does. Now we also tested the actual mount. On the rifle, we shot 1,000 rounds just as fast as we could shoot, just to test how the mount would hold up, how the light would hold up to the heat, and there was no problem. We had to stop a few times because the rifle got so hot, of course, which is typical. but it did not affect the light whatsoever. It did smoky up the mineral glass lens, but I cleaned it up really easily. That's it. Laser's still working. Mount's holding up well. This rifle is super hot. Good stuff. And guys, when the charge starts to get low, it'll start to vibrate. It vibrates at first, and then it just increases in intensity as the battery life goes down. Now guys, again, ready to install on your rifle immediately with the Surefire Scout mount compatible mount, also with the M-Lok mount that is easy to attach, and then you can lock that once you get it on the rifle, and then you have your pressure pad switch with your magnetic tail switch that locks down, and you get a couple of zip ties. And then again, it is rechargeable. So it's one of those systems that is just complete. You get it out, you can put it directly onto your rifle. And they have a 5-year warranty. Now the price is $209.95. You do get a 10% Sootch 00 discount, link down below in the description. But that discount includes all the items on the olightstore.com website. But the code doesn't work during sales. So guys, if you're looking for a weapons light that has really high performance, 1500 lumens on turbo, drops down to 300 if that's what you want. Also, the green laser is super intense, and it does come already with the mount included. And this is a Scout compatible mount, as we've talked about, so there's so many different options. But it will go directly onto your Picatinny rail. Guys, again, we've tested, tortured, done all kind of things with Olights, and they just really hold up well. And so again, down in the description below, I have a link. You use Sootch 00, you get 10% off on anything on the Olight website. And we really appreciate Olight for sending the Odin GL M for this review. Rubber Dummies is one of the best training tools on the market, and you get a 10% discount using Sootch 00 when you click the link down in the description. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. $1,155,000 candela. Who uses candela? If you press and hold, okay. If you press and release, okay. Duh. Now guys, when it comes to light, guys, when it, and that pressure pad switch, the front pressure pad switch, I don't like any of that. No, it don't sound good. And we do appreciate Olight. And it's just an excellent weapons light.